What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? My name is Jerutastic with a different video today. Today I'm going to be showing you how to have a sustainable economy in Tropico without all the cheat codes, just from scratch. As you can see here, I'm at 1.8 million, which actually was way more, but because I started a construction project in this area here, as you can see, that's why I dipped down a little bit. And my aim in this video is to kind of show you that it is possible. It is possible to have a sustainable economy in Tropico 5 without the cheat codes, and it takes a while. It doesn't take that long. So if you look at the Almanac, whatever it's called here, as you can see, my balance is about $60 million. My revenue is $64 million. My expenses are $48 million, and corruption at 19%, which is the lowest that I can get it to, is about $13 million. So that's taking a big hit. You look at happiness, overall people are pretty happy, pretty happy. The food happiness is as high as it can get. And you look at unemployed and open jobs, it's pretty good for an island with a population of 3,500 here. Military loyalty is also very high. That's something I worked very hard in getting. All these companies, foreign relationship is warm or cordial, and that's very, very important to do this trade. So let me go ahead and start off. So this right here was the first part of the island, right, when I started. These two, which are part of the DLC, unfortunately, these two right here are Creameries, and as you can see, over time they had $780,000 worth of profit for this one, and this one about the same, pretty much about the same thing, $750,000 in profit. So I started off with that. As always, over here, what it used to be is farms and ranches. So I relocated the farms and ranches area to this area. And as always, the best way to have a sustainable economy when you first start out in the colonization era or the pre-Cold War era is to have shitload of farms, is to have shitload of ranches, and that gets your trading going, because at first that's gotta be like your main source of income, if you will, right? Once you have that, you want to build as many docks as you want, and you want to have as many trades as you can as well. So one thing to look forward to is when you are trading, you want to make sure you look at the deals, right? The more you go on in the game, the less deals you'll have. But for example, at the beginning, there'll be like once you go in the Cold War era, you'll have like deals that are for like 14,000 for like 100 barrels of oil, which like kickstarts your economy, right? So the first tip is start off with ranches and farms. That's the best thing that you can do. Start off with ranches and farms. The second thing is you need to make sure you're looking at the trade. You need to make sure you have warm relationships with the people that you are trading with, because that's gonna do you wonders. And then once you sustain off of that, you know, another thing that you guys will notice right now is your economy can be supported within. If you look at revenue, if you look at like obviously tourism and all that stuff, but before even that, let me see, where is it at here? Somewhere here. Wow, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. Oh, entertainment buildings. Even before I had a lot of tourism, entertainment buildings were getting me a lot of money. So make sure you people have plenty of entertainment to go around. And obviously later on, what you want to do is make sure you have an island that's worthy of tourism. As you can see, there's almost every corner on the island here, you'll see docks. And here you'll see more docks, and you'll see foreign offices, and you'll see like what I like to do is dedicate an area like in this area that's call it the diplomatic/military area. And I work very hard on making sure that people are satisfied. So, and you know, another thing that I do to make sure I have a sustainable economy is make sure people are happy, not homeless. So here it is right here. And to be honest with you, in my years of playing Tropico, this number unemployed is a number I like to see. 61 people out of like 3,500 people is a number I like to see. You might ask why, especially if the people that are unemployed are grade schooled or illiterate. The reason for that being is this allows me to know that I'm not just building ranches that are gonna only be filled by 1 or 2 people. I'm not having Teamsters offices that are not going to be filled up. These are important things. So like if you look at them, they're all filled up. They're all filled up. So for me, honestly, seeing somewhat of unemployment record, or not record, unemployed people in the low grade section, for me that's not even bad news. That's good news. That means if I plop something up, boom, they're gonna like start a new construction project. Like this is the most recent one. I don't lay it out all like just like this. I lay it out bit by bit so I can make sure the buildings that I'm building actually gonna have people working in it. Because another problem people face in Tropico is the fact that they build all this shit and they don't have nobody to run them. So that's another thing I always make sure I do, is I have somewhat unemployed people, or I look at the unemployment before I just start building. So let me go ahead and rephrase it in the 4 steps of how to get your economy up in Tropico 5. The first thing when you're starting out is ranches, farms, and if you have the DLC, stuff like creameries, you know, and stuff like that. Then after that, you want to move on to the factories. Especially the rum factory, and this is where you need ranches and farms, because sugar, cotton, etc., so on and so forth, you're gonna need that. So like, and again, here's one of my many rum factories, got me $750,000 in profit overall. Here's my cigar factory, $1.3 million overall. So you need to have the factories. Once you establish these 2 things, then you can go ahead and move to tourism. But don't be so fast to rush to tourism when your basic economy isn't being sustainable. So before you decide to go ahead and build a bunch of hotels and spend money on a bunch of hotels, make sure you do also have low level workers that are ready to fill these spots up, so you won't just be plopping things up. And dedicate an area in the island that's just for farms. At first I always started off in the same area as here, that eventually this whole area was farms and islands. Then I move it over to like a specific more designated area, and then I have like more of like a middle class, richer class area that's for tourism, etc., so on and so forth. And this area is still open up for me. So make sure you do the farms, the ranches, then the factories, and then you go ahead and move to tourism. And make sure you have a very warm relationships with these trades, and always keep an eye out for your trades and stuff like pineapple, like milk, like rum, like sugar, like oil. These stuffs at the beginning, you always have a good deal on them. So make sure you do that, and then you should have a pretty good sustainable economy in Tropico without cheating. And another thing is, as you can see, which we're not talking about that, I'll talk about that in a different video, but how to get my military loyalty up. This was pretty hard. This was very, very hard to get it up. But I always put a emphasis on my military in my islands, because, well, without them, then game's got to be over any minute pretty much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit the like button, share it with your friends, comment on it, let me know a few tips of how you sustain your economy without cheat codes, without nothing. I have my brother loves Tropico 5, but he always goes the cheat way route. And then when he saw this island, he's like, yo man, how'd you get so much money without cheating? So it's kind of like, you know, it's like, let me make a video telling people how, because I never really cheated in Tropico. I don't find it fun. It's very doable. It does take a little bit of time, but once you look around, like I look around all this island and know this is like all my hard-earned cash, you know, it's a very rewarding feeling, and you can too. So if you have any tips on how to grow your economy, leave it for us in the comment section below. With all that being said, my name is Jerutastic. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out.